Netflix is considering to enter into Taiwan's market as part of its strategy to become a global company. With this academic and empirical analysis that we realized, we determined that the best way of entry mode that Netflix has is the explore mode. It is due to the results that we obtain. The firm size right now is that Netflix is dominating the streaming video market. In 2018, the video service added more than 7.5 million new customers, with 5.5 million subscribers outside the US. The international experience that Netflix has right now is a really big one and really important because Netflix is providing massive economic simulation for TV production worldwide. Netflix also knows that for entering into a new country, they need to analyze their culture and their tastes and what people in there like and don't like. And due to that, they can see if it's a good idea to enter into that country or not. The product complexity. The complexity here is due to the cultural difference because they can't do one TV program for all the world because maybe in some countries that those kind of programs are not really good for them or the program for all the world because maybe in some countries that those kind of programs are not really good for them or they're not really interested in that. So the complexity is more due to the original content that they do and the unique promotion strategy that they also do. So yeah, that's like the complexity to know what kind of TV programs or series or movies they are going to produce to that country. The sociocultural difference. Netflix faces a diverse audience and they need to create content for all those diverse audience. So in this moment in Taiwan, the Chinese culture is like really important. They also speak Chinese. So in Taiwan, like what they really like and what they prefer is like the Japanese anime, Chinese movies, and Chinese programs. The country risks that Netflix face with entering into Taiwan's market is the economic distance in terms of PPP, the domestic and foreign market indices, and GDP. The country openness encouraged Netflix to enter in the market. Also, the government has the desire to assist Netflix to enter in the market, and but Netflix needs to know that the government have an entertainment tax that they need to pay if they want to enter there. The product adaptation. Okay, so here Netflix is not going to adapt their platform because that's what makes Netflix Netflix. What they're going to adapt is the content that they're going to show and that they're going to have there. They're going to have like really famous movies and series around the world, but they're also going to have Japanese movies, Japanese animes, and everything that Taiwanese likes. That's the product adaptation, the content that they're going to do there. So in this case, the what is really going to be noticed like in the difference is the kind of content that they're going to have for Taiwan that is really similar to Chinese and Japanese but it's not the same because they're based on those cultures but they're also a unique culture. So Netflix is going to provide the things that Taiwanese likes.
Hi everybody. We having in mind we are entering the market in Taiwan and many other Asian countries. This launch will be part of company's aggressive international expansion strategy. Taiwan is our main focus today. That's why after Catalina's explanation about mode of entry and product adaptation, I am ready to talk about pricing strategy and communication strategy or communication tools. Pricing strategy. In Taiwan, we will test a lower priced version of film and television streaming service in some markets to boost sales. A plan priced at $9 a month. A challenge lies in acquiring content tailored to local tastes. The company will also need to locate its original content with either dubbing or subtitles, which will go a long way in removing any language barriers. Communication tools. Objective settings. To transform how people watch TV and movies in Taiwan, encouraging customers to acquire and use Netflix. Communication objectives. Add customers in Taiwan to the already growing number of subscribers. Encourage people to use Netflix instant streaming featuring in all compatible devices in Taiwan. To maximize advertising, sales, promotions, and public relations to reach target audience. And to use mobile apps to increase Taiwanese awareness of Netflix instant streaming service. Sales objectives. To reach 90% of the target audience at least twice with message detailing Netflix instant streaming service. To expand our business operation and multinational market reach in the major possible coverage in Taiwan. To engage the consumers to the preferred use of Netflix. To highlight competitive price and variety of content Netflix offers. Budget decisions. The firm is offering $2 billion to fund its investment in content, including original programming, content acquisition, investments, and more. The decision to increase its investment in content product follows Netflix earning paid. Percentage of sales. The company hopes and estimates a number of activity streaming subscribers to Netflix in 2020, approximately more than 1.49 million subscribers in Taiwan. It is expected to cover the 75% of the potential consumers. Competitive party approach. Netflix knows that it can maintain that success by simply adding subtitles to existing content. The company knows that producing recent content is just one aspect to try, and that understanding regional differences in business conduct and regulation is equally critical to smooth expansion. By making both policy and content investment in Taiwan markets, Netflix is investing in forming essential relationships. It will begin to understand how the environment operates, build trust with regulators, and develop a network of talent for future productions. Objective and task approach. One of the most successful techniques that Netflix has employed when growing their user base is the use of one more free trial. The 30 days free aims to showcase the high value of the product to people who may be unconvinced about the service. The free trial also becomes a powerful market tool for Netflix through the use of target email to those who choose not to continue with their service after the trial finishes. Message decision. The message decision must imply that Netflix is a platform designed for all types of audiences, in which several series and films will be found, taking into account the demand and taste of Taiwan. Netflix does a ton of things right to give a positive message to its customer delight. In Taiwan, the message will be the same. Watch anywhere, cancel anytime. Unique selling proposition. USP. Uh, Netflix is a platform where you can find everything from children's programs to action movies. In Netflix, which you will find all kinds of series and movies. Netflix has a great diversity, and most of important thing is that Netflix has stories and selected content which match the taste and demands of the country. Netflix has a value proposition to both their business customers as well as the studios. Standardization versus adaptation. Netflix is a platform that adapts to the country it's going to enter, thinking about potential consumers and the tastes and laws they have in Taiwan. But what continues to make Netflix a strong point is that it is a standardized platform with adaptations. Netflix publishes innovation with a unique process called mountain or multivariate testing. This means that radical change to the inference interaction design, navigation patterns, gesture support, and content are tested with small substance of their member base to help them find new ways to improve the experience through innovation. Media decisions. How Netflix promotes its original movies, series, and special has long been a source of fascination for both viewers and creators. For a long time, the company maintained that it could do better promotion than traditional marketing via its menus, in-app notifications, and even old-fashioned email to alert people to programs when it thinks they are most likely to watch. Therefore, Netflix will use mainly intent websites like YouTube, TV commercials, digital devices, apps, and of course, word of mouth. Reach and frequency. Reach. It is expected to make the proposed form of advertising reach 90% of the target audience in Taiwan. Frequency. The potential customer will be exposed to the same advertisement 4 times for every video they watch only on YouTube. And on television, they will be exposed to ads at night, especially in premiere hours. Ads will be also placed in different public transportation stop points for the audience to be aware of the new launch and look at them every day. Moreover, social media will present the advertisement every 3 or 4 publications. People will receive notifications and alerts by email and message in smartphones and other electronic devices. Impact. The impact of media decisions will be to attract people to the platform as the announcement that will be shown will be about Taiwanese programs. Netflix is always trying to reach new members who have yet to discover what Netflix has to offer. Deciding what to market is essential to driving incremental acquisition of new members and incremental watching of existing members. Types. There will be announcements of Taiwanese anime, Asian shows, famous movies, and worldwide. Famous documentaries, series, and films. Doramas, well known as social and political dramas. Agency selection and advertising evaluation. Agency selection. We are going to select local agency. This is due to the law they have and because it's easier to penetrate the Taiwanese market. Advertising evaluation. At the end of the first year of entering Taiwanese market, there will be an evaluation for testing marketing strategies and advertising campaign. After that, the firm will evaluate carefully 3 times in a year to ensure that Netflix is using ads budgets wisely. Even if Netflix is not advertising professionally, the manager should judge the sustainability of an ad concept based on the goals of Netflix business and the purpose of campaign. Communication impact. There is no doubt that communication defines the way Netflix attracts, retains, and manages talent. Netflix social media engineers are certainly the entertainment's biggest fans, as they happen to declare. Also, behind the scene content helps them to keep their fans constantly engaged both at shows premiere as well after the initial being by using Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Humor is the Netflix trademark. It makes them very likable and followable. It is also proves how well they know about their audience. Netflix does people loud and they pay the brand back with a lot of love and loyalty. Thank you. In conclusion, I can say that Netflix is always trying to reach new members who have yet to discover what Netflix has to offer. Deciding what to make it's essential to drive incremental acquisition of new members and incremental watching of existing members. By collaborating with leading online advertising such as Facebook, Google, and YouTube, Netflix seeks to broach its message to potential new members in Taiwan. One of the key questions is to figure out which titles makes the most sense to include in Taiwan. The right title can help pique their curiosity so that they give Netflix a try.